Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Once again, by the time I submitted this video, I have moved back to Malay. I have came back to Malaysia after my visit to England. But this is one of, if not the absolute last video I have recorded while in England. So let's talk about Triggy's delivery service. I got this idea here because it was going to be daylight savings in America in 2022. So I was thinking about what to do for. I was basically wanting to tell a. I was basically wanting to tell a daylight savings joke. So one thing that was coming in my head was pizza delivery. Like if a character delivers a pizza an hour late, it's free. But then daylight savings happens and the clocks are set backwards or forwards or whatever, and the pizza is on time, so you gotta pay up. So originally it was going to be just a slam apartment on a similar vein to Spider-Man 2, but hmm, so but then I decided to ever since I started rewatching The Owl House back in February of 2022, I decided to retool the daylight savings thing and have it based on fantasy. I have, like I said, I have seen The Owl House in 2020 in a hotel in Malaysia on the Disney Channel. It was the last show to. It was the last thing I saw on the Disney Channel before the channel closed down in Malaysia. Heck, it was the last. It was also the last new show to premiere on the Disney Channel before its closure. Um, and then trying to think. Afterwards, I was um Afterwards, I didn't check out anything else Owl House related. I did draw some things Owl House related in my live streams and stuff, but and I have included the Owl House in some of my animations before this. And for a while, I didn't check out anything Owl House related. When I finally got my hands on Disney Plus, which was 6 months later, um, when I heard the show was getting canceled, I was like, okay, maybe the show isn't as good as I remember. So I avoided it from a bit. But then I decided to check it out again in 2022 to see if it's still as great as I remember, if not better, or maybe it's not as good as I remember. But as soon as I check, it's like, why did Disney cancel it? Why did Disney cancel The Owl House? It is such a good show. It's a great way of representing LGBTQIA plus, and to have it all thrown away because somebody said it didn't fit the Disney brand. Shame on thee! Shame on thee! Um, but hey, at least it was given a finale. Dead Man Paranormal Park, or unlike say Dead Man Paranormal Park or Final Space or Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, they got canned like super early on cliffhangers. And unless Haley's on it gets a grand satisfying conclusion, I'm worried it may also end on a cliffhanger. Please give Haley's on it some love for either a season 2 or a grand conclusion, just like Owl House and Ghost and Molly McGee. Please, 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 Disney, do something with Haley's on it. Anyways, without further ado, let's go with the game. Now, also one more thing. This animation, believe it or not, it may be 4 minutes long, but it was done within less than 5 days. Now I had 2 days to spare before it was final release, and let's see how it goes. By the way, this bit here I rotoscoped completely from the Owl House's Blight Manor, the official. I don't know if anybody pointed this out, but that face over there, that's Forte from Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, the Tim Curry organ. You know, He's also known for this particular meme where he was like, now, hey, master, you got to see this. Oh, really? Let's see. Well, what's this? Oh, let's see. Look, something's. Oh, I bolted to the wall. And then Amity starts reading a letter. He's like, "Dear Amity, your father and I are going to be working late. Order takeout, but don't spend too much time. But don't spend too much. Yours sincerely, Mother." Now, originally, I was originally gonna, instead of Amity, I was originally gonna have Amara and Edric do the pizza ordering, and Amity and Luz would appear at the end of the episode. But in the end, I just went with Amity in her purple hair form. I preferred her green hair because it reminded me of mint chocolate chip. But most people prefer the cotton candy hair. They liked it better when she was a cotton candy haired goddess. So anyway, she starts looking at the flyers over there. One of them is, "Come and eat at the Krusty Krab. Give us your money. Yay! New Ranchilurger and As Ranch." That's just my name. Just putting my real name somewhere. And new Ranchilurger. It's like a tarantula burger, let's say. By the way, I heard tarantulas are a delicacy in Cambodia. Duck Donalds, Mesozoic fried dinos, and Pizza. These are reused from my Sky Wars The Holiday Setup animation. Come on down at Dingo's Diner, half a star. Lynn's Table, the best dang food in all of Royal Woods. This is also reused from the Sky Wars Holiday Setup and 6 stars. And it's in itself, it's a Loud House and Crash Bandicoot for It's About Time reference. And It's About Time came out the same year as Owl House, and even some of the actors from both Owl House appeared in Crash 4 It's About Time, like Zeno Robinson, who did one half of Ika Ika and is also Hunter, and Eden Regal, who did Coco Bandicoot and Boschka. And over here is Fairy Pizza. It tastes like magic. Only 1 billion snails. 1 hour late, it's free. Only at Witch Cheezel. I forgot to include in also extra cheese. Because for that particular ending. Now over here is Witch Cheezel, and I based that picture on Witch Hazel from Looney Tunes. Witch Cheezel. And funny enough, Cheezel was also a fast food product that I used to have as a kid. Buy one free, get one free, and keto options available. These are reused from my Malefor with the taco animation from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. And there's those Raven phones. Now, these are basically the telephones of the Owl House. Ring, 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 ring. And Trigger Happy's got that witch thing hat. I don't think I forgot. Keep in mind, I was having a bit of a basic understanding of how the world of the Boiling Owls works. I realize not everybody wears that. Not everybody, if not nobody, wears a witch-like hat. In fact, Luz was wearing one, but it turns out to be a dirty traffic cone that Ida got from Earth. Too offensively ugly to ever be shown in any of Black Rhino Ranger's animations. I am still not saying what it is. You can have a guess what it is in the comments, but I speak not about its full name. Over here we got the Pixie Goofy from that Midsummer's Night Dream parody in Mickey Mouse Works. And there's Tinkerbell struggling in a pot. And then there's a fairy with a sword on its head and it's cracked. It's from Legend of Zelda. And then there's Cosmo from Fairly Oddparents. Those shoes give you a hint, but I still ain't saying that name. I'm dead serious. And he looks very dark and stuff. There's that Garfield clock. And it looks like it's taken about him 20 minutes to make the pizza thing. Which Cheezel is ready to be delivered. He's on a rocket broom. Let's just say I still want to add in some technology, even in a world of magic. Uh-oh, it's out of gas. No batteries. Wanted for destroying magic in another dimension. This is a reference to Cleave, where with the whispering spell, all the magic in Muni is destroyed. If, in my opinion, if they make a season 5, there should be a brand new source of magic. They're like maybe a little seed that grows into a brand new source of magic for all to use properly. And also to help explain why Ponyhead is still floating even without any magic. How is she still alive even as when she's just a head? So why is there a plug, you may ask? Why didn't I use those Firefly things? Keep in mind, I didn't. Maybe I made this before that episode came out. I think it was called Reaching Out, the one where Luz was being reminded of her father's passing anniversary. So here's the battery levels; they're up, and now he's ready to zoom. Vroom, fiery. Here's Blight Manor. So there's at the gates. Looks around. Uh-oh. There's the Chamberlain, Skeksil, the Chamberlain from Dark Crystal, and he falls right in. Now sometimes I jokingly say Belos wanting to drink the essence of Palisman is kind of like how the Skeksis like to drink the essence of Gelfling and occasionally Podlings. I often jokingly believe that Belos is part Skeksis. There's a Yago there, and these crystals, they zapping. And the saddest thing is, this animation I made was released exactly 1 month before the passing of his official voice actor, Gilbert Gottfried. Oh man, did I make some unintentional foreshadowing? There's a giant hand, there's a Vulpamancer. The reason why I included a Vulpamancer, the wild mutt from Ben 10, is because there are some creatures in the Owl House that kind of look like Vulpamancers. More specifically, Warden Wrath and Brexis. They look like eyeless bee creature. They kind of look like evolved versions of Vulpamancers. And here's an abomination butler with a giant plant resembling that Little Shop of Horrors plant. And over here is just a random hand picture. Amity reading Jiggy Jiggy, one of Eddie's magazines from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And over here is the head of King Andrius from Amphibia. The reason why I did that was, look what he did to Marcy. Now keep in mind, this was before the finale premiered. I was still a bit miffed of what he did to Marcy. And he finally makes it, and there's only one bit of sand left, and it drops completely. Too late. Another idea I got this from was from the Garfield episode where Garfield orders so many pizza, the guy keeps going in very late, like 30 minutes that's free, and then Garfield keeps ordering so many free pizzas, but then he realizes that, but then in the end, in the end, the jig is up, and Garfield got his just desserts. The Trigger Happy finally gets the pizza delivered, and then she opens the package. She's about to open the pizza. Suddenly, breaking news: daylight saving starts now. Clock time is set back by an hour. And then the clocks rise back up, and please pay 1 billion stairs to unlock the box. She's annoyed. Trigger Happy is about to get it. Now, there's one thing I got wrong in this part. I should have made the circle purple because that's her spells. That's the color of how she does her spell circle. Purple or pink for abomination. One more thing, fellas. The daylight savings thing does not happen in Malaysia, but it does happen in the United States. So since I am using YouTube, DeviantArt, and Newgrounds, all of which are United States websites, I'm keeping an eye out for the American Times as well whenever I'm submitting anything. Hence why most of my live streams are like during midnight in Malaysia, which is midday in which is midday or morning in the U.S. So Trigger Happy gets a bajillion snails and the box is open. She's about to have pizza. Hey, she's blushing. She's blushing. The reason why I should have included the extra cheese thing is because of this particular moment. They're sparkling with the fairies thing, then suddenly she said it was too much cheese. For those who don't know, Luz is lactose intolerant, as shown in Enchanting Gromfright. That's one of her fears. Also, you may notice that behind that sign was the mask from The Mask. You know, the film with Jim Carrey? Or you might have seen the animated show of The Mask with Rob Paulsen as The Mask. There's also a rubber ducky of Eric Tiberius Duckman, and the symbols of the elemental symbols of Avatar, The Last Airbender. Earth, water, fire, and air. And she's still losing it. And that was it. That was the Triggy's delivery service. And before I started on the animation, I also took a peek at Kiki's delivery service just to get a bit more inspiration for the animation. And like I said, it was only made within 5 days, and surprisingly, I'm very pleased with the ending result. I thought it might look a bit rushed, and and yes, there are some bits where I could have done a little bit better, but I'm 99.9% proud of it. And I would later do a thing where the daylight savings is over joke in Skyland in a future animation where I had the giants in various places around the world, and they are having to. And Hothead was just relaxing on the U.S. on Bermuda, and daylight savings is over. Do you want to change the times a bit? And once they selected, and everything goes dark completely. So that was my joke on it. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for that's my commentary on Trick's delivery service, a crossover between both Skylanders and the Owl House, and to poke fun of daylight savings in America. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you all in the next commentary, perhaps in Malaysia this time. Hope you've enjoyed this video.